Hi. Uh, Through this presentation, I will give you a detailed idea in which how you can join to a PhD program in India or abroad. See, the first and best way is you have to sit and study for at least 1 year. You can start your preparation from the beginning of your MSc or even from the last year of your graduation. Okay, and you can study for this. There are many competitive exams: CSIR net, GATE. Then Department of Biotechnology net, then ICAR net, then ICMR net. So you can clear any one of these exams, and then you will be having some certain amount of fellowships. Say if you clear CSIR net or IGC, UGC net, then there are certainly you will be having some amount of fellowships available. Okay, and then you can go for appear for the interviews in some central government institutes, IITs, IISc, Department of Atomic Energy institutions, CSIR labs, and other central institutions. Okay. Uh, and now the merit is you will have some fellowships, and if you happen to join in these institutions, you can certainly get to some good exposure. And mostly these institutes prefer only those who cleared these competitive exams, so that the institutes will not be having any strain for providing a fellowship to the candidate. Okay, and now next way is of course those who are stuck in not in clearing this exam, they can go for a university entrance exam. See, central institutions, central universities, say Hyderabad University, JNU, BHU, and many of these central universities, they conduct their university level exams. Even state universities and of course the private universities, say SRM, VIT, Shastra, Lovely Professional University, and these university they, and the advantages of these private universities, they provide fellowships also, and they are having some good infrastructure and best facilities. Okay, and now uh, actually okay, and of course you can join into affiliated colleges, but affiliated colleges in under university, say if it is under Anna University, you need to go through the Anna University entrance exam. Then you have to choose the guide who are in the affiliated college. See, people may think to join into affiliated college, it is not of good reputation, but it is not so. Some affiliated colleges, for example PSG, this one, Ramakrishna Engineering College, then the certain colleges in under Delhi University. So these are all having actually good facilities, very good infrastructure. Sometimes the renowned research guides. You can enjoy the peacefulness. Sometimes the if you go to some very high institutions and all, you will have a lot of stress and pressure. But these colleges and all, you can peacefully do your research and you can go ahead with your life. Okay, and these often comprises written exam and interview. And now for abroad admissions, see, it's always good to go to some reputed institutions abroad, or like at least some, because the institutions in US and all, it is certainly having some higher standard. And many of the universities, say National University of Singapore, Australian National University and all, is having a very huge reputation. So it's always good to work with some quality scientific problems, or like social science problems. Okay, so the abroad admissions, it go with a series of steps. You have to clear GRE and TOEFL. Then actually you need to write a statement of purpose. Statement of purpose is nothing but for what purpose you want to do PhD. Okay, and then write a research proposal. Of course you need to get a good recommendation letter. Okay, and then actually the big problem, or like the big mistake most of the candidates do is they list some top universities while they are applying. Actually it is, you are not supposed to do that. Actually you can apply, you can put just 3 or 2 top universities and the remaining average universities, and then you can put some, okay, some low profile universities. Low profile in the sense, say it depends on the country. And if you always apply for some top universities, there is a very less chance that you will be getting selected. and you should, and also you should ensure that you are having a very good recommendation letters from reputed research guides. So for that, during MSc or before, just soon after MSc, you can apply into some CSIR labs, so that you will be working and you will be getting some good, what to say, good recommendation letters. Okay, so this is something you can do. And also, while you are applying, actually you don't try to stick into only the universities within US. Sometimes there can be some issues, like, okay, by the time this Donald Trump, he was the president of US, he was restricting the candidates from certain nations. So sometimes, there will be some crisis, so you may not know. So try to apply into the universities in other places also, like, okay, try to apply the universities in US, or like, again, South Africa, you can apply into Australia, of course, Singapore, and then Israel. It depends on where you want to go. And don't be too much ambitious, or don't be too much expecting. Just use your consciousness when you are listing the universities. At least try to apply 20 universities. Okay, and if possible, as many universities as possible. Randomly also you can apply, actually. Okay, and there are some websites, like, what to say, very important websites will be there, which will be notifying the PhD positions. And also look into the number of PhD positions available. Suppose if it is 1 or 2 positions, yeah, the chances of getting selected will be less. But instead of that, actually you can apply into common universities portal, so that the chances of getting selected will be high. Okay, so in that way, try to enhance your perspective, or like try to enhance your chance of getting selected will be, means the probability of getting selected, you should enlarge. Okay, and I will tell you things to consider before you join. Okay, and now, actually, this is a very important thing. Most of the people, they will tell you, or like you will be knowing how to join a PhD, or what are the procedures to join for PhD. Okay, what are the procedures to for like how to clear an exam, and how you can get into a PhD, what are the ways, or many things they will tell you. But these are some of the very important things, actually, you should consider while you are joining a PhD. Who is your guide? See, you know, even in India, there are many reputed IIT and those institutions. Many PhD scholars, they live in between PhD, because they are unable to cope up with the guide, and they may not be able to sync with the mentality or mindset of the guide. Sometimes their guide will be very, sometimes maybe he is a toxic person, maybe he doesn't know your topic. Maybe he will, most of the time, like many of the time, the person who will talk, the people who will talk very nicely, very sweetly, but only after some time you will come to know that he will not be supporting your work instead. And sometimes they will not help you at all regarding chemicals, or like resources, or something, certain facilities. Sometimes the guide will be prolonging your PhD unnecessarily. Sometimes the guide will be, like, unnecessarily intrude into your life, your personal life. Okay, so many problems are there, actually. So you should do I will say, an intelligence investigation before you are joining with a guide. You have to inquire very thoroughly with the respective PhD scholars who are working under him, and the classes in which he is teaching, and you have to check his publications, and what is his area of specialization. You have to go and see his lab also, and what are the facilities are there, and you need to see what the PhD scholars completed from him are doing in their successive career. And you have to clearly and thoroughly, at least by taking at least 1 or 2 weeks time, minimum 2 weeks time, you have to thoroughly inquire. And you need to keep at least a few options, actually, not just one guide. You need to, if you need to apply more places, and at least a 3-4 guide you need to keep option, and in that, the best possible one you have to take. And you also need to see how many years a person take for completing PhD. If it is taking 6-7 years, okay, you should reconsider your decision. because too much of taking time, it will not help you for PhD. It's good to complete within 3 4 years. Okay, so your guide is very 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 important. You need to see who is that person, what is his character mindset, and whether he will help you, whether he is having any toxic personality, or like he is his subject expertization and facilities, and you need to encourage with his scholars and all other people. Actually, you need to thoroughly encourage, only then you have to join. And it's I will say it is better not to join to a gate. If you it is better not to join for a PhD if you doesn't know properly who is your gate. Okay, and then lab and its facilities. For example, if you happen to join for say photocatalysis, then actually like if there is no required facilities for photocatalysis in the lab, then you better have to step back. Then your area of interest, maybe you want to work on photocatalysis or electrochemistry or say like organic synthesis, then or like a laser related field. And then if those facilities are or like that area of interest you are not able to explore over there, then still you have to check. But sometimes you still can join, because later after joining and after moving on with the PhD, later also you can shift it to those areas actually. Now very crucial thing, financial assistance. Okay, after the age of 22 or 23, only the people will be joining for PhD. By then like you will be adult, and you cannot if the PhD goes more than 3 4 years actually, you cannot always depend your parents or anyone for financial assistance. So you should ensure how the money comes and how will be the money will be coming, and who is the provider, whether it is having any fellowship is there or something. And now please read some articles about the uh, psychological problems, say the depression, anxiety, and these kind of issues many PhD scholars will be facing. And you should have enough stamina, mental stamina, and mental patience. Okay, and you should consider that. And good luck.